to earn money by giving this online IELTS exam, or how to earn money by giving pen paper IELTS exam. So I will tell you at the end of this video how to earn money by giving this exam. Okay, so we will be doing this reading passage, adventures in mathematical reasoning. So some students had reported mathematical numbers kind of reading in the actual exam. So I will cover this reading. So I am Monica from IELTS 9. So one thing you need to sure do practice with me if you want to earn money by giving this exam. Okay, so I will tell you at the end. So here I can see many small paragraphs are there with numerical with alphabets are there. I will not read anything. I have just tried to understand adventures in mathematical reasoning. So they are going to talk about mathematical reasoning. It means this is also psychological kind of reasoning. Reading is there. Let's look at the types of questions we have. So first type of question we have, which section contains the following information? And NB is also given. You may use an A letter more than once. Which letter? This letter. Paragraph names A to G. So we have 7 paragraphs in this reading, A to G, and we can repeat any letter more than once. Okay. So second type of question we have, complete the sentences below, choose one word only. So questions 9 to 14 we have this short type of answers, short type of questions are there. So indirectly you can say complete the sentences below. And let's start this reading with this first type of question. Yes, let's start. So which section contains the following information? Definitely we will read all the information first, try to understand its meaning, as well as come out with 1 or 2 keywords. Reference to books that assume a lack of mathematical knowledge. Okay, reference of books, some books knowledge, some books name, or some books kind of books they may be talking that assume that there is a lack of mathematical knowledge. The way means method in which this is not a typical book about mathematics. So it is not a typical book about mathematics. Personal example. So this is good keywords. Personal example, person name or some personal kind of thing will be there being held by mathematics. Okay. Examples of people. Now here, what is the difference between personal examples and examples of people who each had abilities that seemed incompatible? So what is incompatible? You should know it. Just try to Google it. Just type incompatible word on Google and then you will get its meaning. Please comment in this video. I will also tell you later on. Mention of different focuses of books about mathematics. Mention of different focuses of books means wherever like focuses means the main highlights of books about mathematics. A contrast between reading this book and reading other kinds of publication means this book means mathematical kind of books as well as other kind of books. A claim means person's claim that the whole of the book is accessible to everybody. Everybody means like anyone can read, they are saying. A reference to different categories. A reference to different categories of intended readers of this book. Okay. So and this also you should try to understand the meaning of this intended and incompatible. So when I will be finding it, I will tell you the meaning of these 2 words. Let's go to the paragraph. One paragraph we will read and try to match the keywords also. So I'm telling you, I'm requesting you again, please do practice with me, and at the end definitely you will be doing subscription and liking of this channel. Okay. So first paragraph is this. I'm showing you, I will be showing you the options also. Let's read it first. Occasionally in some difficult musical compositions there are beautiful but easy parts, so simple a beginner could play them. So it is with mathematics as well as there are some discoveries. Advanced mathematics, they do not depend on specialized knowledge, not even on algebra, geometry, trigonometry. Instead they may involve a little arithmetic such as the sum of 2 odd numbers is even. So each of the 8 chapters in this book illustrates this phenomenon. Okay. Anyone can understand every step in the reasoning. So anyone word was there. Here somebody a claim that the whole of the book is accessible to everybody. I think this is matching, but let's read it. Anyone can understand every step in the reasoning. The thinking in each chapter uses at mostly elementary arithmetic, sometimes not even that. Thus, all readers will have the chance to participate in a mathematical experience. All readers, here again, to appreciate the beauty of the mathematics, to become familiar with its logical yet intuitive style of thinking. Okay, so with this word I have come to know, I think they are talking about assume a lack of mathematical knowledge. No, typical, are they talking about assume a lack of mathematical knowledge? They are not talking like that. The way in which this is not a typical book about mathematics, this is also not personal example, not the examples of people is not there. Mention of different focuses of books, no. Contrast between reading this book and other, no. Claim that the whole of the book is accessible to everybody, this we can match it with a number paragraph. Okay, and there is no reference to different categories of intended readers. Intended here means planned readers. Okay, and compatible here means that is uncomfortable with the main thing. So example of people who each had abilities that seem incompatible with the main mathematics, because the topic is about mathematics. So let's go to second B paragraph. Do it with me, please practice with me. I'm showing you full paragraph, you can do it with me, and you can pause the screen also. One of my purposes in writing this book, okay, purpose in writing this book is to give readers who haven't had the opportunity to see and enjoy real mathematics, okay, the chance to appreciate the mathematical way of thinking. I want to reveal not only some of the fascinating discoveries, but more importantly the reasoning behind them. In that respect, this book differs from most book on mathematics written for general public. Some present that lives of, okay, so difference is there about mathematics, this book and other books also. So I think this is matching with assume a lack of math. No assumption is there, the way in which this is not a typical book about mathematics. I want to reveal not only fascinating discovery, but more importantly the reasoning behind them. In respect, this book differs from most book on mathematics written for, okay, some present the lives of colorful mathematicians, others describe important applications of mathematics, yet others go into procedures but assume that the reader is adept in using algebra. But here they are assuming different. Is reader is adept in means expert in using algebra. First, we can't reference to books that assume a lack of, no, that is not matching perfectly. The way in which book, this is not a typical book about mathematics. I think this is also matching. Let's read others also. Personal example is not there. Example of people is not there. Mention of different focuses of books about, no. Contrast between reading this book and reading other kinds of publication. This we can match it, I think. Contrast is there. See this. In that respect, this book differs from most books on mathematics written for general public. So it means contrast reading this book and reading other kinds of books, we can match it with a B number paragraph. And I think this is also the way in which this is not a typical book about arithmetic. See this. One of my purpose is to give readers who haven't had the opportunity to see and enjoy real mathematics the chance to appreciate the mathematical way of thinking. The way of thinking, it is given, the way in which, I think this will also go with B number. Okay, next number paragraph, C number paragraph. I hope this book will help bridge the notorious gap that separates the two cultures, humanities and science, or should I say the right brain, intuitive, and left numerical. As the chapters will illustrate, mathematics is not restricted to the analytic and numerical. The elite gap can be narrowed or completely overcome by anyone, in part because each of us is far from using the full capacity of either side of the brain. To illustrate our human potential, I cite a structural engineer. Now, engineer who is an artist, electrical engineer who is an opera So let's complete this C paragraph. So this is remaining part of C paragraph. They are talking about person. They are talking about I cite a structure to illustrate our human potential. I cite a structural engineer who is an artist, electrical engineer who is an opera singer who published mathematical research, and a mathematician who publishes short stories. So this is also something here they want to say. Let's match it with anything. A reference to book assume a lack of mathematical knowledge. So no assumption is there in the way in which this is not a typical. This we have done personal examples. Here only one example is given of being helped by mathematician. No help kind of thing is not there. Only they are saying an artist, an engineer who is an artist, electrical engineer who is an opera singer who published mathematical research, and a mathematician who publishes short stories. So opposite thing they are doing. Okay, so any other matching, let's read it. Mention of different focuses of books about mathematics. Different focuses. Yes, I think they are talking in initial lines. In this book will help bridge the notorious gap that separates two cultures, the humanities and science. Should I say right brain mathematics is not restricted to the analytical numerical, intuition plays significant role. Okay, so here I think mention of different focuses of books about mathematics they are talking, so we can match it C. But this we have done reference to different categories of intended readers, different categories of no nothing. They are not talking about any readers kind of thing. And here another D number paragraph. Let's read it. Other scientists have written books to explain their fields of to known scientists, but have necessarily had to omit the mathematics. Although it provides the foundation of their theories. The reader must remain a tantalized spectator rather than involved participant, since the appropriate language for describing the details in much of science is mathematics. Whether the subject is expanding universe, particles, chromosomes, though the broad outline of a scientific theory can be sketched intuitively when a part of the physical universe is finally understood, its description often looks like a page in mathematics text. So I don't understand this passage. Written books to explain their fields to non-scientists. Acha, okay. So assume a reference to books that assume this is left personal example. There is no personal example here. Examples of people who had each ability that seem incompatible. Mention of different, this we have done. Last is also left. So out of 8th, out of 3rd, 4th and 1st, I don't think so nothing is matching. But yes, let's read other paragraph also, then we can come to know. Now I am confused about D number paragraph. I don't find any matching thing. Still the non mathematical reader. Now reader is here. See this reader, somewhere they were talking about. Yeah, reader is here. Reference to different categories of intended readers of this book, but let's read it full. Sometimes trap is also there. Since the non-mathematical readers can go far in understanding mathematical reasoning, this book presents the detail that illustrate the step this book presents the details that illustrate the mathematical style of thinking, which involves sustained step-by-step analysis, experiments and insight. You will turn these pages much more slowly than when reading a novel or newspaper. So again, reading is also there. It may help to have a pencil and paper ready to check claims and carry out experiments. Can go far in understanding mathematical reason. Okay, so here reference to different categories of intended readers of this book. So here what they want to say, a non-mathematical reader, and here also this book presents the detail that illustrate the mathematical style of thinking and all. You will turn these pages much more slowly than reading a novel or newspaper. It may help to have pencil paper to check out. So many things they have given about reading styles, intended readers. So here we can match it with Intended readers of this book. Can we match it? Yeah, this I will match it with E number paragraph. Okay, let's read F number paragraph also. But if something is better than these options, I can change it at the end. Okay, as I wrote, I kept in mind two types of readers. It means different categories of intended readers of this book. This is also something confusing. Those who enjoyed mathematics until they were turned off by an unpleasant episode, usually around fifth grade, and the mathematics, this who will do much that is new throughout the book. This book also serves the reader who simply want to sharpen their analytical things. Many careers such as law or medicine require extended, precise analysis. Each chapter offer practice in following this. So mathematics can develop this skill is by two testimonials. Just a minute. I kept in mind two types of reader. Those who enjoyed. Okay, so I will change my answer. Sorry, I will change my answer. This is F number paragraph. Okay, reference to different categories of intended readers of this is proper planned readers of this book. So they want to read it for their courses, like for their law, medicine and all. Two types of readers. Okay. Yes, that's why I told you if something is more matching, then we can change. As physician wrote, the discipline of analytical thought processes prepared me personal, extremely well for medical school. In medicine, one is faced with a problem which must be thoroughly analyzed before a solution can be found. The process is similar to doing mathematics. Analytic process appeared me. So this is personal example I think they are talking, but let's read it. Let's finish this paragraph. So this is G paragraph. A lawyer made the same point. So here me is there, and here lawyer made the same point. Although I had no background in law, not even political science. I did well. It means this is personal example, and lawyers they are talking. Okay, so without reading, let's mark the personal examples of being helped by mathematics. So here we can mark it G number, and examples of people who had each ability that seemed uh, incompatible. I think we should go through it again. This examples of people, yes, where they were talking about singer and and engineer, opera singer. I think they were talking about examples of people who had each abilities that seem incompatible. As I told you, incompatible means uncomfortable with the main thing. So that will come with that this reading this question. Now I have left with first number and fourth number. All we have done. Let's read all the options again, because let's yes, C number, I'm sure that they are talking about these two persons. Yeah, this is C. Two listed are human potential, eyesight, a structural engineer who is an artist. So they were talking about opera singer and all. So here I will put C number, examples of people. But what about this? Am I wrong? Mention of different, because mention of different focus is a book about mathematics. I hope this book will bridge that notorious gap that separates the two culture, the humanities, science, or should I say the right brain, right? As the chapters will illustrate, mathematics is not restricted to analytical numerical intuition, plays a significant role. The gap narrowed completely overcome by anyone in, I don't think so it is matching. Mention of different focuses of books about mathematics. Okay. So what about this reference to books that assume a lack of mathematical knowledge? That assume word was there. Assume, so okay. One more paragraph was there. Yes, I have done for E number. I have done mistake for E number paragraph. See this. I have just no. There is no E number. Earlier I have just marked this E number, but actually this will come. It contrasts between reading this book and reading other kinds of publications. So here it is given other kinds of uh, when reading a novel or newspaper, other kinds of publication they are talking, which involves sustained step-by-step analysis, experiments, insight. You will turn these pages much more slowly when reading a novel or and all. So they are comparing the thing. So here mention No, here, yes, this is wrong. A contrast between reading this book and reading other kinds of publication means this they are talking about novel or newspaper. So this will come with E number. So I was wrong for B number. Now what is left? Different focus. This is also left. This is also wrong actually. And this also, let's read D number paragraph once again. A reference to books that assume a lack of mathematical knowledge. Other scientists have written to explain their fields to non-scientists, but have necessarily had to omit the mathematics, although it provides the foundation of their theories. Reference to books that assume a lack of mathematical knowledge. So here they are talking, other scientists have written books to explain their fields to non-scientists, but have necessarily had to omit the mathematics, means lack of mathematical knowledge. This will come with D number paragraph. Okay, so yes, this will come. What about this? I'm worried about mention of different focuses of book about mathematics. Let's read A number paragraph also. Is there anything anyone can? So in this, they are just focusing on anyone can read. Anyone can read it. One of my purposes in writing this book is to give reader who haven't had the opportunity to see and enjoy real mathematics to appreciate the mathematical way of thinking. I want to reveal not only fascinating discoveries but more importantly the reasoning behind. In that respect, this book differs from most book mathematics written for journal. Some present the lives of colorful mathematics, okay, others describe applications of mathematics. I think this mention of different focuses of books about mathematics, this they are talking indirectly applications of mathematics, yet others go into mathematical procedures but assume the reader is adept. So this is nothing, so we are matching this thing. Okay, so it means with B, it is there are two options. No, B and this, there are two options. And at the end I would like to say how you can earn money by watching this video, by giving IELTS exam online or pen paper. So if you clear your IELTS exam with better bands, with desired band score, and even more than your desired band scores, you will get jobs, you will get good study environment in outside countries, as well as you will get more exposure to multinational companies. Then you will earn more money.